Hello, welcome back to Guitar Solo Dojo. Jason Moore here. I'm going to walk you through the intro of Mean Street from Van Halen, the great Eddie Van Halen. And by now, I'm sure you know kind of what's going on as far as the technique goes. But that intro part fades in, and you get this really cool technique that he's using on the right hand, I think inspired by some slap and pop bass guitar. But he's using his left hand to get mutes, and his right hand to do tap harmonics at the high E and the B string, and then the thumb on the low E at the 12th fret. So we got these 12th fret harmonics over here with the index finger, and then the 12th fret at the low E with the thumb. And it rotates this interesting pattern. It's not completely consistent, but it is all 16th notes, so you can break it up in terms of that. So we have this basic rhythm that looks like this. So what we have is 4 parts. Part 2, 3. So then our last 4 parts. So you can turn on your metronome and just break those up. And repeat that. And then go to the next part. Just to get used to the mechanics of it. And then now the cool part about this is how he transitions, well, one of the many cool parts about this is how he transitions to the next part, where he's using more normal kind of guitar tap harmonic stuff. And if you look at transcriptions, a lot of the transcriptions, well, in fact, all the transcriptions that I found show this last measure of this, where he goes, and it ends on this left hand mute slap. And what that leaves you with is 9 16th notes in this measure. And then it'll say, go ahead and start a new measure 4/4 for this part. Right? Which to me doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And since it is free time, you have a little bit of leeway on how you think about this. For me, it works a lot better to think of this, those first 3 notes of this pattern, as pickup notes for the rest of it. So instead of thinking of this, new measure of 4, right now I'm thinking of 1. Right there, that's the beginning of my beat number 3. And those are 3 pickup notes, so that's on the E and A. So it's 3, E, okay? And it might be kind of hard to follow, but just think of this as pickup notes, and this is the beginning of it. Right, so the last part of the intro, or the first half of the riff, is the first part of the next phase of it. So now I'm thinking of these as pickup notes. So obviously quiet, I'm not getting those tap harmonics out of there. That's another thing. One thing that really, really helps is being in a room with big, loud amps to make a lot of those harmonics sing out, which I'm not doing right now, so it's not going to be quite as cool. But you can use gain, use a little bit of reverb, and that kind of compensates for it. But other than that, the rest of the transcription you'll see is pretty accurate, and you're just getting these harmonics. And that's one of those things, just getting those suckers to ring out. So you really got to find the sweet spot for that. So what you can do is just over and over, you just practice this. Until you find it. It's very, very delicate. And then the same thing here. Trying to get those to work. At the end of it, this one, you gotta have some serious gain to get it to ring out. So finally, the last part is just this kind of A minor blues little lick that's going, the left hand. tap harmonics on the right hand. And once again, without the big loud amps, I'm not going to get that feedback, but it has that really cool feedback. And then, of course, it goes into that main riff. Anyway, hope that helps you on your quest to get that intro part down. Have fun.